over the years. Next Van Heusen shirt comes in my house, I'm gonna burn it.
It was a tough decision, but my responsibility is to the majority of people who still have the job in this company.
Do you know what the average Van Heusen shirt costs right now?
Somewhere in the order of $20.
If you did all of your manufacturing in the United States, what would that shirt, or what would you charge for that shirt?
At least twice that.
Could you compete at twice?
Not only couldn't we compete, the consumer wouldn't pay the price for the shirt. When you shop at the stores near Clayton, Alabama, if you go to a Walmart, are those shirts made in the United States? Try it sometime. Nautica, Liz Claiborne, most successful apparel companies in America today. They don't own manufacturing facilities in the States. Walk into a Gap store, they don't manufacture one piece of their own stuff. That's who I'm competing against.
We come to you this morning with heavy hearts because of the many in our community that are going to be affected by the loss of jobs and income, the closing of the factory. Father, we pray that you'll be present in all of those families, all of those lives during this difficult time.
The Van Heusen plant was closed in November. No new company has come to take its place.
We're one tiny part just being amputated. Bingo.
One part here, one part yonder. The whole country is going down the tube.
To Guatemala, Costa Rica.
We're struggling from week to week to get by. Matter of fact, 2 businesses up the street have done closed already. As far as my lunch business, it probably dropped $500–600 a week. That was half of our business each day. It's going to be tough if we were able to stay in business much longer.
I've just opened, and then the plant closed in November. All of '96 has been down, and the plant closing, the one and only plant, I don't think that should happen. It shouldn't be allowed to happen so easy.
It's like we lost our souls. It was terrible. Whose parents or grandparents, aunts, uncles worked at the Van Heusen plant here in Clayton?
My mother, she was really upset because she said she couldn't pay her bills like she used to, and I couldn't buy clothes like I wanted to, so I was really upset too because I wanted her to have a job.
Many of the workers are now on welfare. Some of them are at Sparks Community College on federal grants, training for jobs that may or may not exist.
You know, after you get a certain age, starting over, it's scary. But then I looked at it as an opportunity to go back to school because I wasn't able to go when I finished high school. It's a challenge too, so I look at it in that way.
I just didn't know what I was going to do at my age. It was bad for me. And it still is. I'm sewing, making hospital gowns. It was $6.50 an hour at Van Heusen, and I'm only making $4 1/4 now. And I don't feel like it'll be there much longer. I don't think we deserve it. When we do them a good job and make them money like we have for these 30 years, I don't think we deserve what we're getting.
The people who work in that plant deserve their fate.
Did they deserve their fate? No, they don't deserve their fate. I don't know what anybody promises you when you put on this earth. Those people were terrific people. They came to work every day. They did their best for the company. Company did their best for them. It's a function of global economics.
Do you have any idea what's going to happen to those folks?
No. I'm scared to death for them. I choose to focus on the 13,000 people that have survived. But that doesn't make me feel very good about the 1,000 people who didn't survive. And that's why I don't sleep as well as I used to.
Good to see you again.
Some secrets to success
You can get any job you want anytime.
that may work for you.
Kind of nice to be able to pick and choose what's best for your life.
And I'm seeing that that's happening.
When we return.
The old social contract, which virtually guaranteed a lifetime job to loyal employees, is rapidly becoming a thing of the past. It's why the middle class is now the anxious class. Downsizing may have already hit your neighbor. It may soon visit you. But believe it or not, across the country, good jobs go begging every day. Meet some Americans now who have fought back
and are moving ahead.
Good morning, the Options Group.
We started this company basically because we were two women raising children alone, and we needed an income. So we took the bull by the horns and did it.
Dawn Roberts and Elsie Kelly were down, but not out. They started a jobs placement office in Hartford, Connecticut.
And it just kept ballooning through the 80s until we had about 24 people on our staff.
When the go-go 80s balloon burst, they found a better one to ride.
In the early 90s, we experienced, for the first time in this area, white-collar layoff. And they were a tremendous source of workers. And we started talking to the companies about middle management temporaries.
What led to your unemployment at Manchester Memorial Hospital?
Downsizing. It was inevitable that we were going to have another round of layoffs. It was just a matter of when. And my position was eliminated.
For people accustomed to full-time employment, temping can be permanent misery. Lower paying jobs with fewer benefits and maybe none at all.
About 80% of them are less than what I was making before. So you really have to work at trying to keep a decent attitude. Right now. And it's not easy.
Guess what? The biggest employer in America today supplies temporary workers.
From a file clerk right up to a CFO.
We haven't placed a CEO yet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's coming. That's
Right.
coming.
He's new. It's harder than ever to find the people.
Gary Rogers, the Rochester outsource king, isn't looking for temps, but for permanent workers.
We're turning away work because we don't have people. We're constantly advertising to come here so that we can offer them a job.
And he cannot hire them fast enough.
How hard is it for you to find qualified applicants? It's getting to be more difficult every day. The people that come in sometimes have not even the basic math skills, communication skills. They're just not job ready.
Rogers is so scared of not having enough skilled adults, he started recruiting kids.
Yesterday, we spoke in front of a bunch of sixth graders because when those sixth graders become 12th graders and they start to graduate, those are my future employees.
And what we've got to do is convince some of you that tool making is important.
If we don't start training them now, we're never going to have those people down 4 or 5 years.
Gary's employees earn good money without having college degrees, but they are the exception. Education determines earnings. You earn what you learn. Look at this. In recent decades, the income of high school dropouts declined 23%. High school graduates didn't fare much better. Income down 17%. Only a college diploma meant an increase in income.
These are actually just our current openings right now.
What we try and do is match you as a person to the environment.
Wow. We've definitely got positions. Supply is low. There's a lot of jobs out there. Let me grab our openings list.
Pam Barbalin is a recruiter for NovaCare, the country's largest employer of rehabilitation therapists. He has a problem.
Hi, how are you?
More job vacancies than she can possibly fill.
I'm planning to graduate this June.
Trina Sterling has a nicer problem. Which offer to accept.
Let them know who you are and what your skills are, and they're open to you.
Sterling's not lucky.
Most of us have about 20 or 30 openings at any given time.
She's smart.
The occupational therapy program I was into started with 400 applicants. They had to narrow it down to 30. And I was fortunate enough to be one of the 30.
New graduates come out and instead of asking us for a job, tell us what they like. We have full benefits.
Andrea Weitzberg's small company, like giant rival NovaCare, must sometimes refuse lucrative contracts because she can't supply enough therapists.
I've had someone come out of a 4-year degree and ask for $60,000 and get it. I think middle class is not a problem.
Let me take a look at that offer letter.
Finally, meet Byron Peterson, a human